Live from the Big Beefy Man Cave in New Bedford, Massachusetts. This is the YouTube channel vlog show in which video games, flash game show gameplays, along with sports and wrestling news are the norm. This is the YouTube channel vlog show of positivity, good times, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. And now, here is the host of the show, the perpetrator of these shenanigans, Big Beefy E himself, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Wonderful Announcer. You're too kind. Well, hello there once again. Yes, right. It is me, Big Beefy E, the perpetrator of these shenanigans. That's right. You're watching. Welcome to another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans, 1977, episode number 24 of the show. That's right, coming at you from the Big Beefy Man Cave here in New Bedford, Massachusetts. What's going on, everybody? I hope y'all are having a wonderful, blessed day. I hope the Lord's been blessing you as He blessed me. Hopefully, you're having a better day than I do. Hopefully, I have a good day, too. You know, my day's not been that better, but hopefully your day is a lot better. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, I'm not saying my day sucks or anything like that. I want to make sure that you have a better day, because that's how I am. I've always been a nice guy. You know, sometimes the world needs more Mr. Rogers, you know what I mean? Or people or like Mr. Rogers, man. I miss Mr. Rogers, man. That man's a legend. I don't want to say that guy. You know, if I say that guy, it's like disrespectful. I want to say that man is a legend. Was a legend. Still is a legend, even from the great beyond. And believe me, I'm sure he's probably looking down, probably worried about this world as much as I do here, and we're just trying to make it a better place somehow. But sometimes it's tough to make it a better place. But anywho, I'm here to have some fun, a little bit of a positivity. Like I said, it's all about positivity, good times, and fun. Praise the Lord. What's going on, everybody? Here, I hope you guys, like I said, wonderful day. I hope you guys are you having a good day? Hope you are. Because I'll tell you one thing right now. We're gonna get some wrestling. That's right. WWE Monday Night Raw last night, September the 19th, 2022, but today is September 20th, 2022. September's almost over. In fact, we are about 3 days away from the end of summer. Believe that? Summer's almost over. So, whatever, but usually we have an Indian summer afterwards, you know, a little bit afterwards. Usually, like, around the end of September until October, sometimes. Sometimes you can keep the t-shirts and shorts out a little bit longer, but then again, you can't go to the beach to suntan anymore, you know, that's for sure. He leaves all over the place and all that. So, anyways, yeah, I'm trying to have a sense of humor. So, all right. Raw last night took place in San Jose, California. All right, dude, and that's Bayley's hometown. So, Bayley's got a reason to celebrate because, as you know, last week we have new women's tag team champions. But we'll get more to that. Right now, speaking of championships, it kicked off the United States title match. Bobby Lashley defending against Seth Freakin Rollins. And those two were going at it just fine. And Seth Freakin Rollins almost had the match won, but then Matt Riddle came out. Because Matt Riddle is not done with Seth Freakin Rollins. Not by a long shot. Distracted him long enough. Lashley capitalizes with a spear. 1, 2, 3. Still, your United States Heavyweight Champion, Mr. the Almighty Bobby Lashley. So, who's Lashley going to get a piece of next? We'll find out for sure. Meanwhile, Damage Control arrives at the arena in style. A limo. Stretch limo, that's right. Bayley and the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Dakota Kai and Io Sky, she's my favorite, Io Sky is, by the way, arrived in style. Smiles on their faces, about to do a championship celebration in Bayley's hometown of San Jose. You know, it could be, you know, they said, you know, when Damage Control was on the bump, they said something was special. I wonder if Bayley and George Kittle are dating. I don't know for that for sure. If that's the case, man, that, you know, Bayley's now single because her and Aaron Solo broke off the engagement. So who knows? You know, weird things have happened, ladies and gentlemen. So, anyways, they were celebrating, and then Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka interrupt Damage Control, and you know. Alexa Bliss gets into it. Bayley's been running her mouth saying you're a shell of your former self. Alexa Bliss responds and punches Bayley, and that challenges her to a matchup later that night on Raw. Austin Theory was getting his ready for his matchup against Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens and Austin Theory, next matchup on the card, and it was a heck of a matchup until when Austin Theory had Kevin Owens down. Austin Theory meant to go get the briefcase to nail him with it as an automatic disqualification. But Johnny Gargano appeared out of nowhere, snatched the briefcase, said, "You want this? You want this?" Taunting him with it. And then Kevin Owens turned around, gave him a stunner, 1, 2, 3, a pop-up powerbomb, and that was it. KO picks up the victory. Gargano was dangling the briefcase, drops it on a fallen, on a Theory in the post matchup. And then Kevin Patrick interviews Matt Riddle, saying, talking about Matt Riddle's tag team matchup with Rey Mysterio against the Judgment Day and not being over Seth Freakin Rollins. And then over the weekend, Logan Paul. What's this man thinking? Logan Paul, a YouTube influencer who signed a contract with the WWE. At least he wants to put in the work, and gotta respect that. But is this boy, Logan Paul, with this goofy-looking blonde fro mullet, okay? Logan Paul, what is he thinking challenging Roman Reigns for the Universal title? Now, the match is going to take place in Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. Here's my question. Logan Paul, what the heck are you thinking? You're a YouTube influencer. It's not like I'm going to sit here and challenge The Undertaker one-on-one and have a press conference and talk trash to the dead man and expect The Undertaker's retired. I'm just hypothetically speaking here. I mean, come on. If I say, if I tell anybody in my family I'm going to challenge The Undertaker to a match, they'll think I'm nuts. Logan Paul, you're officially crazy. You are nuts. You say you disrespected Roman Reigns. I even though Roman Reigns is supposed to be a bad guy in the I respected Roman Reigns. And heck, the Usos' father Rikishi follows me on Twitter, for God's sakes. And you had the unmitigated gall to challenge Roman Reigns to try to take his title away from him? Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? Are you crazy? You're about as crazy as Sami Zayn is, acting like he's an honorary Us, for God's sakes. I mean, yeet? What in the world is that, Sami Zayn? Anyways, Logan Paul, man, what were you thinking, brother? Man, what are you doing? That crazy blonde, has the crazy blonde fro gotten to your brain a little bit? I mean, Roman Reigns, brother, man, dude, well, Logan Paul, no, just no. And Jake Paul, his older brother, says he'll knock out Roman Reigns. What? Are you out of your mind? Unless Logan Paul knows how to work a crowd, because he gets us reacting. I mean, come on, Logan Paul challenging Roman Reigns for the undisputed Universal title, Crown Jewel, Saudi Arabia. Man, I'll tell you one thing. I think Logan Paul's going to be in for a straight-up mollywhopping once Roman Reigns gets done with him. Oh, my gosh. I mean, like I said, it's like me challenging The Undertaker. Are you crazy? Like, if I were to call a promo on The Undertaker, I'm going to challenge you to a matchup, and we'll take place at Saudi Arabia, and Crown Jewel. Man, I'm not, I hope he's not watching, Undertaker's not watching me like, his boy's mad as a lion. But no, it's like, it's crazy. Logan Paul's nuts. It's like challenging The Undertaker one-on-one, for goodness sakes. Dude, or challenge Braun Strowman, for God's sake. I mean, I'd be laughing my butt off. He says, okay, I didn't beat Roman Reigns, I'll beat Braun Strowman. What? Logan Paul, you had enough of punishment. I mean, him and The Miz, kind of like, him and The Miz was an even matchup. Roman Reigns is a little bit bigger and stronger than The Miz. I highly doubt that Logan Paul is going to have the same results against The Miz, and same results against Roman Reigns as he did against The Miz at SummerSlam this year. Come on, dude. Logan Paul, you're out of your mind. You're going to lose, man. That's all I'm going to say on that matter. What? Oh, by the way, there was a huge announcement made, speaking of huge announcement, that Survivor Series, for the very first time, will have War Games! That's right. I'm trying to say what William Regal did. But, yep, War Games, man. It's going to be at Survivor Series for the very first time on the main roster. And according to what they're saying, Triple H says he's not going to make it about Raw versus SmackDown. It'll be about storylines. So this will be very interesting, to say the least. Could the Brawling Brutes and the Bloodline go at it? If that's the case, the Brawling Brutes are going to need to add another member to that team. Or obviously Imperium versus the Bloodline. Who's Imperium? If I were Imperium, I would add Ilya Dragunov to the team. But, however, Ilya Dragunov, I got a sneaky suspicion that we're going to see Ilya Dragunov sooner than later. Sooner than later throughout the WWE. Could be this week. Who knows for sure. Anyways, and speaking of the Brawling Brutes, I'll get to them. Logan, in fact, I'll get to them right now. They come out to address the San Jose crowd, saying that there's, in fact, Ridge Holland and Pete Butch Dunne made an appearance. But then Street Profits came out, interrupted the Brawling Brutes, said, hey, listen, we're the Triple Crown champs. We'll challenge you to a tag match right now. So they did. They had the Street Profits versus the Brawling Brutes. The Brawling Brutes are just too much for the Street Profits. You know, to the point that they won the matchup, trying to get their momentum going against the Usos this coming Friday night on SmackDown for the Undisputed Universal, for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. A little bit more about Friday Night SmackDown I want to get to. Sarah Schreiber interviewed Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio, poor. You know, I feel for Rey Mysterio, man. You know, listen, my parents have been through this. You're going through this, Rey, where, you know, you teach your child up, you bring them up, and then they go out and do whatever the heck they want, and basically not have anything to do, and to turn against their parents. And it's happened with my family, and it's also happened to Rey Mysterio. I mean, I can imagine what Angie and Aaliyah are thinking about right now. So, Rey, stay strong, my man. Stay strong. A lot of respect for you. You know, if I was in Rey Mysterio's shoes, you know, if I was a commissioner, I say, you know something, Dominic, you talk about respect. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull a Teddy Long on this one. How about this? I got a phone call from a legendary superstar, a Hall of Famer. He says he wants to face you in a matchup. So guess what? Who you're facing? And he said you're going one-on-one with the Undertaker. I would put Dominic Mysterio in the ring against the Undertaker to teach him a lesson. All right. Anyways, anywho. So you know, Rey Mysterio says if he has to, he'll have no choice. But then Matt Riddle interrupts and says, "Dude, we got to deal with this. You know, we got to deal with this. We got to deal with this right now." So Johnny Gargano was talking to Alpha Academy. They confront each other, but then they say, and the fact of it, and here's the funny part. While they were talking to Gargano, Kevin Owens comes up and says, hey, they got a problem. You got beef with my friend Johnny Gargano. Got beef with me. And then they're talking about, how about there's a tag team match next week on Raw? Sure, it takes place in my home country of Canada. And the city will be in Edmonton. They're like, no, we want this. No, you said it. So the Panda Express has been reunited, as they were talking about on the bump. Johnny Gargano and Kevin Owens, well, they'll be teaming up against the Alpha Academy. So that's pretty cool. So Judgment Day comes out and addresses the San Jose crowd. Dominic Mysterio has a few mean things to say. And then Matt Riddle interrupts the Judgment Day. Rey Mysterio follows him. They had a tag team matchup. Seth Freakin Rollins once again gets involved in the matchup with a steel chair, distracting Riddle to the point where the Judgment Day did pick up the victory once again over Mysterio and Riddle. Miz and Ciampa were heading to the ring to go on Miz TV to have Dexter Lumis as their guest, which would be interesting to say the least. But then, after the commercial break, Riddle and Rollins still brawling in the back. Officials and agents separating these two. They're screaming, Seth Rollins goes, you want a match anytime, anywhere, any place? I was how about you and me in Extreme Rules? Fine. But it's going to be in a fight pit. That's right, the fight pit matchup. It'll be the first time ever on the main roster a fight pit match is happening. So, the last time a fight pit match happened, it would be when Matt Riddle went up against former tag team partner Timothy Thatcher, I think. I think Kurt Angle was a special guest referee for that matchup, if I'm not mistaken. But it was on NXT. So this will be the first time ever on the main roster that a fight pit match is happening. So, alright, I want to talk to you a lot. There's a lot of speculation about this White Rabbit thing that's been going on. And then it says, who destroyed the world? And then a little hangman says, you did. But then, everybody thought this White Rabbit thing was Karrion Kross because of his thing going on in Lucha Underground. But that's Lucha Underground's thing. It's copyrighted. Can't get to it. So a lot of people, and even Karrion Kross himself said he's not behind it. So we're probably thinking about who is, because everybody thinks of the Hourglass, it's Karrion Kross. But a lot of rumors going around that Bray Wyatt may be returning to the WWE. In fact, we'll find out this Friday, because at 9:23 p.m. this Friday, on 9/23, September 23rd, we will find out who the White Rabbit is and what's he all about. Could be Bray Wyatt. Who knows for sure? A lot of mind games going around, that's for sure. Or could be somebody new. We will find out this Friday night on SmackDown. And let's see, what are we here? All right. So Miz TV with Miz and Ciampa. Dexter Lumis was the guest. Miz is calling him out. Dexter Lumis sends out, and then Miz kept running his mouth. Dexter Lumis is, cutting his way via the knife on the bottom of the ring. Corey Graves trying to get his attention. He turns him off. And then Dexter Lumis tried to pull Miz first down to the hole. And then Ciampa beats him down. And then Lumis tried to come up Ciampa. Miz beats him down. Both of them fought him off. And he leaves. And Miz and Ciampa were pretty spooked. And Kevin Patrick interviewed the Judgment Day. And they were mocking him, making a mockery of Rey Mysterio and Edge and winning the matchup and all. And then Finn Balor talks to AJ Styles. And where Finn Balor was the originator of the Bullet Club, AJ Styles became a member of that as well. And then Finn Balor did the thing and everything else. And it seems like Finn Balor and AJ Styles, that's going to be a matchup I signed up for. That'll be a great matchup. Then the main event, it is Alexa Bliss against the leader of Damage Control, Bayley. And when Bayley tried to cheat with the foot on the ropes, Bianca Belair slaps the feet off. Dakota Kai and Io Sky and Asuka all get involved. They all start, they all got distracting Alexa Bliss to the point where Bayley picks up the victory. And then all three members of Damage Control attacked all three members, but leaving Bianca Belair last. And as they attack Bianca Belair and knocked her out, Bayley grabs the microphone, Bayley challenges Bianca Belair for the Raw Championship, the Women's Championship at Extreme Rules. That match may end up getting signed up, so this is going to be a very interesting situation. So, that is all the time we have on this great show. Hey, next episode, we're going to do some high rollers, and I got a new commercial for you for Rant and Rave Podcast. You got to check it out. Not only that, tonight is NXT. There'll be a brand new NXT. No NXT 2.0. It's just going to be NXT. A little bit of different version of NXT. By the way, speaking of which, congratulations to Mandy Rose, the NXT Undisputed Women's Champion of NXT. She recently got engaged to former WWE superstar Tino Sabbatelli, so congratulations to the two of them. And, I'm not too worried about that. Mandy is beautiful, there's no doubt about it. But my favorite Toxic Attraction member is Gigi Dolan. Thank you very much. So, I'll see you guys later. And our announcer will take us out, so Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, tour for Bob Saget production, and in association with a Sweet Bumbling Bofo Raver Telepictures and Distribution. See you next episode, and have a very blessed day.